Today we're making a double batch of this coffee cake. I will have a recipe card towards the end of the video, both a regular and a double recipe card. We're going to start with the streusel into a bowl that will fit in the fridge because we want to keep this chilled. Toss in 1.5 sticks of butter, which is also 3/4 of a cup, followed by 1 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of packed light brown sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Grab your handy dandy pastry cutter and mix everything until your butter is about the size of frozen peas. Once it looks something like this, cover it with whatever you have, foil, parchment, plastic wrap, it doesn't matter. We're gonna toss this in the fridge so the butter stays nice and chilled while we work on our cake batter. To a big bowl, we're gonna add in 1 cup of softened butter and 2 cups of sugar. We're going to carefully mix this. The recipe says to add in the eggs one at a time, mixing between each addition. Listen, we're going to pretend that we followed the directions. Mama, don't look. Add in the 4 eggs one at a time. We're going to mix this, and if your batter has tiny chunks of butter bits like mine, it's okay. This is the one time it's okay, don't panic. Add in 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Give that a quick mix. Now for the dry ingredients. Add 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 4 cups of all-purpose flour, but we're only going to add in about half. Carefully mix this just until the dry ingredients are incorporated a little bit. Okay, this looks good. Now for our secret ingredient. We're gonna add in 1.5 cups of sour cream. It's not really a secret ingredient. Give it a quick mix and add in the rest of the flour. Okay, this is mostly mixed. I'm gonna get the rest on the edges with a spoon. Since we're doubling this recipe, we're gonna need a very large pan. This one is 11 by 15 inches. It's my biggest one. You could probably, maybe, possibly fit this into a 9 by 13. If you don't have a dish this size, you're better off just using 2 9 by 9s. Give your dish a little spray with some nonstick cooking spray or rub it down with some butter, either way works. I'm gonna line my dish with some parchment paper so it's easier to remove afterwards. We're going to start by adding in half of the cake batter, evenly spread it out around the bottom of your dish. Once it's nice and flat and even, sprinkle on half of your streusel mixture. It should be sitting in your fridge. You want a nice chunky layer. Add on the remaining cake batter and carefully spread it out. It's probably going to give you a hard time. It definitely did for me. Now sprinkle on the remaining streusel into the oven at 350 degrees for 50 to 55 minutes. Mine was done right at 50 minutes. To make the drizzle, we're going to need 1 cup of powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of milk. Give that a quick mix with a fork. Okay, our cake has had a few minutes to cool. We're going to take this out and have a peek inside. Super fluffy, buttery, delicious cake with the yummy cinnamon sugar butter streusel in the middle and on top. Whoops, we missed the glaze. Grab your glaze and drizzle some on top with your fork. Add on however much you want, the whole thing or just some, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's nice and covered. And there you have it, coffee cake. I think it's kind of funny it's called coffee cake, but there's no actual coffee in the recipe. I guess it's meant to be eaten alongside a hot cup of coffee, which I did do and it was awesome. If you only try one thing on my channel, let it be this recipe. If you're interested, I'll drop a recipe card right here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.